8 Happiest Countries in the World in 2022. This year, the World Happiness Report marks its 10th anniversary, which uses global survey data to report how people evaluate their own lives. To determine the world's happiest country, researchers analyzed comprehensive Gallup polling data from 150 countries for the past 3 years, specifically monitoring performance in 6 particular categories: gross domestic product per capita, social support, healthy life expectancy, freedom to make your own life choices, generosity of the general population, and perceptions of internal and external corruption levels. 8. Norway. Known for its scenic coastline, dramatic fjords, lakes, and magical northern lights, the Kingdom of Norway held the top spot in this ranking in 2017. With a high GDP per capita, universal health care, and excellent education opportunities, public education is tuition-free for all students regardless of country of origin. Here, it's clear why Norwegians don't have much to complain about. 7. Sweden. 7th place Sweden, 7.363, ranks high, if not quite the highest, in virtually every category measured. For example, Sweden has a higher lack of corruption score than all but 4 countries worldwide, 2 of which are Finland and Denmark, the 14th highest GDP per capita of all 149 countries measured, and the 4th highest life expectancy in the top 7. 6. Luxembourg. With a population of under 600,000, this small country offers high salaries and a strong social security system to help its citizens after retirement. But before you jump to the conclusion that money is actually buying happiness in Luxembourg, consider that the country has many other perks that have nothing to do with cash, including a great healthcare system and excellent work-life balance, probably due to the mandatory 5 weeks of vacation time. 5. Netherlands. Edging out Norway for the honor of 5th happiest country in the world is the Netherlands, also known as Holland to many tulip lovers, with a score of 7.464. The Netherlands scored higher in the generosity category than any other top 7 country and also displayed an impressive lack of perceived corruption. 4. Switzerland. Switzerland scored a total of 7.571 out of 10. In general, the Swiss are very healthy, with one of the world's lowest obesity rates and a long life expectancy. The Swiss also have a very high median salary, about 75% higher than that of the United States, and the highest GDP per capita in the top 7. Additionally, there is a strong sense of community in Switzerland and a firm belief that it is a safe and clean country, which is statistically true. Along with Iceland and Denmark, Switzerland is one of the world's safest countries. 3. Iceland. Iceland ranks high in terms of the proportion of respondents who said they felt like they had a fellow citizen to count on when the going gets rough. This perhaps became most obvious in the wake of the country's post-2007 financial collapse and subsequent revitalization. You'd think that the perpetual flood of American tourists into Reykjavik might have dealt a blow to the residents' happiness. It's got to be a little harder to get that dinner reservation than it used to be, after all, but when it comes to well-being, the Icelanders are unfazed. Perhaps it has something to do with the fact that they can always escape the city to the countryside, which looks like another planet. 2. Denmark. Denmark remained in 2nd place this year. The country ranks near the top in all reported metrics, including life expectancy, social support, and generosity, but it is also a country that is deeply committed to renewable energy production. 39.1% of its energy was generated by the wind in 2014. A recent study from the Copenhagen-based Happiness Research Institute, whose existence is probably reason enough for a top spot, narrows Denmark's happiness to several categories, including trust in the government, economic security, freedom, civil participation, and work-life balance. 1. Finland. For the 5th year in a row, Finland is number 1 when it comes to happiness. The country consistently ranks among the top education systems in the world, occasionally beaten out by countries like South Korea, Japan, and Singapore. Much of that success comes from the widespread reverence for teachers, who are required to have a master's degree. Their education is state-funded, and a pedagogical system that focuses less on quantitative testing and more on experiential learning and equal opportunity. The Nordic countries are once again occupying the top spots in the United Nations-sponsored report that celebrates its 10th anniversary. Money, sunlight, and warm weather don't equate to happiness, and for proof, look no further than the newly released World Happiness Report. For some, happiness may conjure images of a hot, sun-drenched beach, but it turns out that the happiest people in the world live in frigid temperatures, swim in icy waters, and pay high taxes.